Shalom Israel. Call Haloim La Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai Bahashem Rakach HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Double honors to the bishops and the elders of Great Millstone, pushing the truth worldwide in all righteousness and sincerity, risking their life and their freedom to do so. Salute to the 144,000, whoever they may be, wherever you are at, the future rulers of the universe, with Yahushai and King David. And salute to the men, women, and children who believe in the true God, the power of Israel, Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, who are praying and begging to get out of here alive, because we know that the chariots are coming, Yahushai is coming, this world is going down, Esau is going down, the nations are going down, and they have to pay for what they did, bro. Something just popped in my head just when I'm saying that. I think I said it before. I seen a scene like on Instagram or whatever, and it was like a slave movie or whatever, or a scene from a movie, and a Jake woman had her son, and she was asking permission to go to like the store or something for the master, and like some random Edomite and a woman pull up with a horse and a buggy, and the woman was like, oh, like adoring the little boy, like the girl, the Eve's son, the Edomite woman's son. The Israelite woman's son. And the man goes, oh, you can have him if you want. And she goes, oh yeah, I want him. And then she just took and then the man said, yeah, take him. That would encourage her to make more children. So the woman kidnapped Eve's son, bro, and she was fucking heartbroken. And she couldn't do nothing but watch her drive away with her son, bro. I was like, oh my God. Like, Esau's a devil, man. Man, you're gonna pay for all that shit. But before I go into my topic, basically the hottest topic right now in the world, well, in like prophecy, is this Texas versus America. So it's basically government versus government. All the 24 governors plus 24 other governors from every other states plus Texas, which makes 25, is basically going up against the other 25. So it's 50 states is literally split down the middle. Egyptian versus Egyptian, bro. Assyrian versus Assyrian. And that shit can't stand. Satan versus Satan can't last, bro. And comes in like civil wars could pop, fam, because Texas ain't having it. Texas wants to be its own country, basically. And like, I've been hearing them talks. So that's popped in, bro. Plus all the geopolitical shit. The fucking WEF niggas disband, and I seen a man run up on them saying, yeah, so, and they were asking him about, so when are you guys gonna drop the fucking the disease X joint and shit? And they were just walking like the devil's AR, because they know that people know, bro. Like, nothing's a secret anymore. The best thing the Illuminati had was that nobody knew they existed. Everybody knows they exist, and they know who they are. You're just devils, man. So, bro, they're saying that this shit, the fucking Xer, when that shit drops, it has 100% fucking fatality rate, dog. If that shit gets out, listen to me. I work with the public, okay? Niggas be coughing all the time, bro. I'll see a man cough with his fucking mouth hole wide open, bro. Barely covering his mouth. Yo, bro, this is how, if I cough, this is how I cough. I'm covering my shit, seeing? Like, this shit, when people do this, that shit don't fucking do nothing. Or, that ain't doing shit. I just got out of the shower still, so my beard's wet. That's where all these spots came from, but whatever. Yeah, man, that shit ain't doing shit, man. The Lord said pestilence is coming, so if that fucking shit drops the way how fucking, oh, bro, I heard a man at my work say That beer mans have been calling in sick because they got the fucking the vidi poo that's still around. And they don't be talking about it, but people still be getting that shit. Dog, anytime anyone coughs, since I was a child, bro, like I'm scornful. Like I hate being around sick people. If I hear someone cough, bro, I'm gone, dog. The fucking last time I got sick, I was in a professional office. I actually had to go get X-rays for my fucking arm because I injured my arm. If anyone knows, in the gym and shit. And I was in this office, and this fucking Chinese bitch, she had a mask on, and she was coughing. So I was in a professional building, but like I wasn't too far away from her, but I was close enough, bro. Like if this was real life, if I heard her cough, I would have boogied. And so I didn't like run. I just like stayed where I was, but I felt gross. Yo, nigga, fucking as soon as I left the office, I felt sick. And lo and behold, the next day I was coughing. Dog. From that day, I said, yeah, nigga, I'm not, bro, any man coughs, I'm out of there. I don't care where I'm at, what kind of setting I'm at. If I make the man feel ways, you know? Nah, man. I'm not trying to catch nothing you niggas have. And just the idea that something that was inside a next man, pause, is now in you, bro. Pause. No HOMO. Nigga, like, that's fucking disgusting. So, yeah. I don't know when that's gonna drop, but, bro, there's so much shit going on. But, yeah, that fucking Texas versus everybody shit, that's real. And the fact that beer Hamites came true, you know, like a fucking army of Hamites, dog. And there was no men, there was no women or children with them, just men, like fighting age men. Shows you that, yeah, yo, the shit's going down, yo. America's fucked. But anyways, I could talk about Trump, but I never heard him say anything. But I heard, oh yeah, they're gonna build a dome over America. No, you're not. But anyways, what I want to get into, what my lesson is on, is the Book of Acts. What chapter is it? Okay, yo, let me get my precepts. Salakia. Salakia. Acts 15. Okay, so I'm going to get into it. Basically, Paul and Barnabas were in a... okay, listen to this. So I'm going to set it up. This is about a tradition in Israel that the Lord commanded all Israelite men to do. And that's to be circumcised. See? FYI, TMI, I'm circumcised. And the reason why I'm circumcised is because my mother, whenever, I don't know how it was, but what day, like, I'm pretty sure it doesn't happen right when you come out. But when I was a baby, when I was born, my mother made the decision to have the doctors circumcise me. I was born in 1983, okay? I don't think my mother had to pay for that procedure. Or in the 80s, I don't think you had to pay. It was just a decision. If you have a boy child, and I was born in Canada, I don't know what it's like in America, but as a boy child, you're born and shit's covered by OHIP. OHIP is like the medical shit. Like, and when something's wrong with your case, so this is in America, in Canada, in Ontario, the province in Ontario, when you have to go to the hospital or the doctor, it's covered by OHIP. Seen? Can't remember what the acronyms stand for. Ontario Hospital, some shit. OHIP. It's covered. So I'm pretty sure that procedure was covered by OHIP. Seen? I don't know about other niggers. I don't like investigating, but other niggers rods, no HOMO. But I know I am. Now, I know the men in my family are also, like my cousins. Like, so I don't have brothers or sisters. I had cousins, male cousins, and there was this one particular one of my cousins was the only man that I knew that wasn't circumcised, and he's from New York. He's my out of all my cousins, he's the only cousin that was born in America, seen, and he always used to come to Canada, to Ontario, to Toronto, every summer, and we, like we grew up together and shit. So I remember one summer, I think he was like maybe 15 or 16, maybe, and he came up and he's like, he's like, he was in pain and shit. So we're like, yo, what's wrong with this guy? And he said that he got circumcised or whatever. So it's kind of weird. Like, yo, bro, I never really thought or asked him, why the hell did you decide to get circumcised at this age or whatever? I never really questioned it. To this day, I don't know. But I just remember that he got circumcised when he was a grown, bro. Like, not super grown, but like big, grown enough. You know what I mean? So saying that to say this, that's a tradition in Israel that for the men to be circumcised. Okay? So in this chapter in Acts, the Gentiles are now coming in, and Paul and Barnabas are like showing the men Wagwan, and the so-called, not the so-called, the Jews, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, who were been in the thing, who aren't the so-called Gentiles, were saying these niggas can't be saved because they're not following the law of Moses. They have to be circumcised. So that was a question that was asked. So Paul went to go find out if that was so. Seen? So let's get into it. I'm just gonna read some precepts and go through it. Like, I jotted these precepts down like the other, like maybe not yesterday, but the day before that, because I knew what the lesson was. So I have some facts for mans and I have some precepts for mans. So let's go through it, okay? And I'm going through the spirit. I had no idea how this is gonna be set up. I'm in my house, and I'm just gonna go through the spirit. Seen? All right. So this is Acts 15, circumcised according to the law and salvation. That's what I titled this. I don't know what I'm going to publish it as, but that's what I wrote. So this is Acts 15, 1 and 2 in the NLT. While Paul and Barnabas were at Antioch of Syria, some men from Judea arrived and began to teach the believers, unless you are circumcised as required by the law of Moses, you cannot be saved. Paul and Barnabas disagreed with them, arguing vehemently. Finally, the church decided to send Paul and Barnabas to Jerusalem, accompanied by some local believers, to talk to the apostles and elders about this question. So they're going to find out once and for all, is it so that these Gentiles who are now being let in, do they have to, and the Gentiles are Israelites, for if you didn't know, if they have to be circumcised. See? This is Acts 15, 3 and 4 in NLT. The church sent the delegates to Jerusalem, and they stopped along the way in Phoenicia and Samaria to visit the believers. They told them, much to everyone's joy, that the Gentiles too were being converted. When they arrived in Jerusalem, Barnabas and Paul were welcomed by the whole church, including the apostles and elders. They reported everything the Most High had done through them. This is Acts 15 and 5 in the NLT. But then some of the believers who belonged to the sect of the Pharisees stood up and insisted the Gentile converts must be circumcised and required to follow the law of Moses. So that's the big argument, see? So that's the setup. We're all going to find out together, see? So now here are some facts that I got. And here's kind of my point, bro. 2024, because I remember looking this up back in the day also, because when I was not a couple years ago, I was talking to my demon, and she has a son, and he's not circumcised. So we were talking about Israel and men have to be circumcised and what they have to do and shit. And like, I wasn't trying to set up him to be circumcised. I was just curious. Oh, I think it was like Passover time, and I was, because I think you have to be, just scriptures that you have to be like circumcised to partake in the Passover. I should have. That just popped in my head. I should have looked it up, but I remember that coming up. I'll look into it. But I think that's one of the requirements. So I looked this up before, and I wanted to look it up again and document it and bring it out here. So I Googled this. Do you have to pay for circumcision in Ontario? Once again, this is Ontario, Canada. Seen? So here it is. Routine and cosmetic circumcision are not covered by OHIP and are paid directly by the parents. So nowadays, if you want your child to be circumcised, you have to pay. And it's not cheap. I'm going to show you how much it is. Now, I say that to say this. If I was born in the 80s and it was free, why the fuck isn't it free now? And why? Okay, Esau knows that this is a friggin' tradition, like a God covenant with God for Israelite boy children to be circumcised. I think on the 8th day. They don't want niggas to be circumcised. See? And you don't really hear about Edomites circumcising their children. Jewish people, they do, but they're fucking folly, and they do it with their fucking mouth and shit. They're disgusting, yo. Amalek's fucking disgusting. And I'm going to get into that too. So it's considered cosmetic surgery, bro. Can you believe that? It's fuckery. So it's on the same level as like getting BBLs and shit and fucking lip fillers and friggin' like real life cosmetic surgery and whatever. Friggin' breast implants and whatever the fuck. Okay, how much does circumcision cost in Canada for adults? The price for circumcision is $450 up to 2 months of age. So that's a brand new baby child up to 2 months. You have to pay $450, bro. And it increases for older babies. They don't even give you that price. We offer circumcision for babies up to 4 months, as well as for men ages 18 and older. The price for adult circumcision is $1,950. That's almost fucking 2 bands, bro, to fucking be circumcised. And that's for ages 18 and up. That's crazy. Like, who? Okay, let's say you're a believer and you're like, yo, you're reading the Bible and you're like, yo, all the men are circumcised. First of all, you have to be brave to do that shit at this age. Niggas did it. There's mad accounts of grown men getting circumcised in the Bible. You know what I mean? But, bro, I would hate to have to go through that because you know that's going to fucking hurt for days. Does OHIP cover circumcision? Cost. Elective circumcision procedures are not covered under OHIP, the Ontario Health Insurance Plan. That's what OHIP stands for. Ontario Health Insurance Plan. If they are not medically needed. So if it's an emergency, then it might be covered by OHIP. The Sick Kids Circumcision Clinic provides procedures that cost up to $452 for babies under 8 weeks. Referrals are not required for elective procedures. Then I just got some random information. It goes, is 50 too old to be circumcised? Like the age of 50. And this is what it came up with. It says, this is especially true for Muslim boys. I don't know why they're talking about Muslim boys. I never even heard of Muslim men getting circumcised or them having to do that. Never in my life. Okay, this is especially true for Muslim boys, as it more of a religious ritual of requirement. So when adult men suggest the idea of adult circumcision, some of them may think that they are too old to be circumcised. The truth is, there is no age limit or restriction when it comes to circumcision. So you're never too old to be circumcised, basically. Now, the cost in America. I'm in Canada. This is how much it costs to do this shit in America. Babylon the Great. For older children and adult males patients that are not covered by health insurance, the circumcision surgery costs may fall between $800 and $3,000 or more. This price is dependent on their age, facility fee, anesthesia use, and if the foreskin is retractable. Goddamn. Yo, that's sticky, bro. Holy shit. Okay. How much does it cost for a bris? I think that's a Jewish thing, bro. Amalekites. The cost of a bris circumcision ceremony by an experienced mahel can range anywhere between $500 to $1,200. The final cost depends on the distance to be traveled as well as a number of other factors which can discuss during our initial consultation call. So Amalek niggas is caking. Because you know all of them fucking like Jewish niggas get circumcised. That's one of the things that they follow in the Torah scene. And it's a money thing. These niggas making money off the shit. Is circumcision free in Israel? So the state of Israel. Let's book this. Men who are recognized as having undergone a non-Orthodox conversion to Judaism are entitled to state-funded circumcision. So the state of Israel pays for it. That means Babylon the Great pays for it because Babylon the Great gives all their money to fucking Bumaclaw Israel. See? Biggest welfare state in the fucking history of the world, bro. Billions and billions of dollars every year. A benefit already granted to those undergoing Orthodox conversion, the High Court of Justice ruled Tuesday, responding to a petition for equal treatment from 2009, December 13th. From 2009, and that was published December 13th, 2023. See? So I have more scriptures. So I believe this was the answer. So before we read the top of Acts 15, 1 to 5. And this is Acts 15, 6 to 11 in the NLT. Seen? So the apostles and elders met together to resolve this issue. At the meeting, after a long discussion, Peter stood and addressed them as follows. Brothers, you all know that the Most High Power chose me from among you some time ago to preach to the Gentiles so that they could hear the good news and believe. The Most High knows people's hearts, and he confirmed that he accepts Gentiles by giving them the Holy Spirit. These are Israelites. Just had to put that out again. I don't like calling the heathen Gentiles. The heathen are the heathen. See? When I hear Gentiles, I more refer to like Israelites who were scattered, who didn't know that they were Israelites, that are now coming in and hearing the gospel, just like in the book of Acts and Romans and Thessalonians and friggin' them and where was I? The Most High knows people's hearts, and he confirmed that he accepts Gentiles by giving them the Holy Spirit, just as he did to us. He made no distinction between us and them, for he cleansed their hearts through faith. So why are you now challenging the Most High by burdening the Gentile believers with a yoke that neither we nor our ancestors were able to bear? We believe that we are all saved the same way by the undeserved grace of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. So we're all saved by the undeserved grace, fam, because we're all fucking sinners, and Yahweh Shai died for us, even though, the Most High threw us away, but he gave us a way to come back, bro. Because if he didn't, we'd all be through, and we'd all have to fucking live underneath this nigga forever. But the Most High is gonna destroy this nigga for us. For Yahweh Shai's sake, Yahweh Shai's coming back, and he needs his kingdom, bro. And we're his brothers, and we're all going to be with him. So the Wada Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. All right, so this is Acts 15:14. This is Acts 15, verse 14 to 21 in the NLT. Slovakia. Peter has told you about the times the Most High first visited the Gentiles to take from them a people for himself. And this conversion of Gentiles is exactly what the prophets predicted. As it is written, afterward I will return and restore the fallen house of David. I will rebuild its ruins, and restore it, so that the rest of humanity might seek Yahweh. And the rest of humanity is Israel, not all people, bro. Seen? Just like the world, cosmos. Cosmos means Israel. Including the Gentiles, all those I have called to be mine. Yahweh has spoken. He who made these things known so long ago. And so my judgment is that we should not make it difficult for the Gentiles who are turning to the Most High. Instead, we should write and tell them to abstain from eating food offered to idols, from sexual immorality, from eating the meat of strangled animals, and from consuming blood. For these laws of Moses have been preached in the Jewish synagogues in every city on every Sabbath for many generations. So those were the rules that he gave the new Gentiles. So I'm going to read those again. He told them to abstain from eating foods offered to idols, from sexual immorality, from eating meat of strangled animals, and from consuming blood. Seen? Those are easy enough to follow, bro. No, ain't no one trying to be eating fucking. You see heathen fucking killing animals in freaking Baal's name and all type of shit, and you're gonna come with your plate after that? No, you're not gonna drink no fucking blood or eat no fucking raw meat like the heathen, and you're not gonna be no fucking dirty batiman or fucking immoral sexually. And I have, I'm gonna get into it. So that's what I Googled. So I Googled this the other day, and I wrote down this. What does sexual immorality mean in the Bible? Definition of sexual immorality: the evil ascribed to sexual acts that violate social convention. Type of evil: immorality, iniquity, wickedness. And I got this precept. This is 1 Corinthians 6:18 in an NLT. Run from sexual sin. No other sin is clearly. This is 1 Corinthians 6:18 in an NLT. Run from sexual sin. No other sin so clearly affects the body as this one does. For sexual immorality is a sin against your own body. And that's like being a fish, fucking anal sex and shit. You can't fucking pop your bitch in her ass, bro. It's disgusting. And all types, being a lesbian, and you know, shit that's against the law. Is fornication the same as sexual immorality? Fornication is used to translate the Greek word porneia, which is a catch-all word to describe all kinds of immoral sexual activities. So that word in Greek is porneia. Yes, there's a such thing as pornography, but it's not labeled as pornography. It's just a broad word for immoral sex, just to put that out. In other words, the Greek porneia is just as broad as the English sexual immorality, and just as unhelpful if you want to know exactly what these immoral behaviors are. But we know what immoral sexual shit is. Adultery is another one. See, so sexual immorality in the Bible. In the Bible, sexual immorality is strongly condemned. In the Old Testament, law, and I got this off of Google, off a site that I got off of Google. So, sexual immorality in the Bible. In the Bible, sexual immorality is strongly condemned. In the Old Testament, laws were given to the Israelites designed to discourage sexual immorality. These laws prohibited adultery and other forms of sexual misconduct, such as incest and rape. And we don't want to get into that topic because we all know so-called rape. If a woman was spoken for or married and you raped her, you would die. If the woman didn't bawl out when you raped her, you both would die. If a woman isn't spoken for and a man says, yo, I want this thing, and he takes the thing, he now owes the father beer shekels. I can't remember. What's that? Deuteronomy? I can't remember. But I've done lessons on this, and the apostles go in it, and niggas try to freaking massacre GMS for bringing out this doctrine. It's in the Bible. Niggas, get out your feelings, bro. So you have to take the meat and spit out the bones when you read certain things about the Bible. See? Okay, so where was I? Rape. Okay. In the New Testament, Yahushua taught that all sexual relationships outside of marriage are immoral. He also taught that lusting after someone is just as sinful as the act itself. Now, if I'm a man and I see a ting, she's not spoken for, she's not married, she's just a fucking maiden, like a ting, bro, and I want her, I can lust after her. There's nothing wrong with that. They're speaking about lusting after women who are taken. Like, I can't lust after a next man's wife. That's, Yahushua said, that's just like adultery. Understandable. Ain't no one trying to, bro, if you look at a ting and you book that she has a man, you don't look at the ting anymore. You know what I mean? Shit like that. But if a woman's out there and she's single and she's available and you see the ting and you're plotting on her and you're lusting after her, there's nothing wrong with that. So spit out the bones. Chew the meat, spit out the bones. The Bible makes it clear that the Most High expects us to remain sexually pure and faithful to our spouses. A man can have as much women as he wants. Also, just putting that out there. A man can have more than one wife. The Most High's plan for marriage is beautiful, and he wants us to honor and protect it. If we do not, we risk damaging our relationship with both the Most High and others. In the New Testament, sexual immorality is most frequently translated as porneia, which means a surrendering of sexual purity, and is mostly used regarding premarital sex. Sex is marriage. Spit the bones out, bro. There's no such thing as premarital sex. is that an oxymoron? That is an oxymoron, right? Premarital sex does not exist. When you have sex with a woman, with a virgin, she is now your wife. Christians are stupid. Their religion is fake. They're dumb. Spit the bones out. Okay. Right. So it is mostly used regarding premarital sexual relations, whatever. From the Greek word, we get the English word pornography, deriving from the idea of selling off. Sexual immorality is essentially the selling off of sexual purity and involves sexual expressions beyond the boundaries of the biblical defined marriage relationship. I don't want to get into the topic of pornography. I noticed no one really talks about it. I've heard men talk about it. I'm not going to get into, like the actual, like, okay, so obviously, okay, so Amalek runs the whole fucking industry and it's folly, bro. Porn in 2024, nigga. Yo, hey, yo, these bitches out here are wilding, scene. Fucking show, bro. I'm not gonna even get into that, but bro, just try to fucking fix up yourself, man. Paul said, yo, it's better to get a wife than to burn. So just fucking fix up, man. So just follow the laws. We're not having friggin' you're not a batiman, you're not a fucking women's with women. Don't hold man's hand. Don't fucking fucking the other niggas bitches on man's wife, and you're not fucking popping things in her fucking ass, yo. See? And don't lust after men's wives. Keep it simple, bro. And if you can, control your freaking urges, man. Niggas be, it's harder, it's easier said than done, but it could be done. The spirit's stronger than the fucking flesh, even though the flesh is fucked, and Satan's trying to, Satan knows your weaknesses, bro, and you just gotta fight Satan. Okay, so I got these definitions. Fornicators in the Greek is pornos, a man who prostitutes his body to another's lust for hire. I've never even heard of a man prostitute before. A male prostitute, a man who indulges in unlawful sexual intercourse and is a fornicator. So a batiman is a fornicator. A fucking adulteress is a fornicator. Unlawful sex. See? And it's the last scripture I grabbed. This is 1 Corinthians 6:9. Know ye that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of the Most High. Be not deceived, neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate, nor abusers of themselves with mankind. That gives you the lineup right there, bro. Don't be a fornicator. Don't be an adulterer. Don't be effeminate. Be manly, bro. Can't be no fucking fairy man out here, bro. Fucking with your hand dangling and shit and wanting cute, dog. Nor abusers of themselves with mankind, batiman. So, yeah. So, I touched on two things: circumcision and fornication. So the laws that were given to the man, so the Gentiles didn't have to necessarily be circumcised. I'm pretty sure some of them did. I'm pretty sure some of them didn't. I'm pretty sure there's men in the truth right now who were prophets. No HOMO, I'm not talking about man's rides, who aren't. And there's men that are. That's not a prerequisite right now for our salvation. Our salvation is purely on faith and works and the mercy of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, bro. And if you're a part of the elect, you're going to be saved regardless, no matter what. And they gave you the laws that the man had to follow, that Peter gave them to follow, bro. He didn't make it difficult for the Gentiles to, come into the faith, bro. 40 minutes, wow. Just like that. All right, man. That's the lesson. That's the one I wanted to go into. And the reason why I went into that is because that's what I read. I'm reading Acts. I'm going to try to finish Acts just now. Taking my time. I shouldn't be taking my time. I should read 3 chapters every night. Lord will, I get into bed and finish and get through it. And I don't even know what my next lesson is going to be. I have some shit lined up. I have a topic that I didn't even get into before, that I wrote some precepts down. It just hasn't come out yet, and I have some other ideas for some other stuff, so it's gonna come out, Lord will, when the Spirit brings it out. I just wanted to do my part and put something down. So that's it. Shalom to the elect. Double honors to the apostles, the great millstone, the elders and the bishops. Salute to the 144,000. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai. The water Yahweh Bashem Yahushai for allowing me to understand the truth. Yo, I've been taking in some lessons, dog. And I'm taking them in different, fam. Like, yo, the things are clear to me, yo. Like, lessons are just, I agree with everything that the prophets say, yo. And I love it. So, yeah, man. Keep studying. Keep listening to the prophets. Keep reading. Keep praying. Keep begging for mercy. Try to do better, okay? So, peace to the elect of Israel. Shalom to the elect of Israel. The Wadi Habashim Yahshai for the truth. Abad Bal Bun Isaiah. Shalom.